time, but it's Forsaken. On the second time of asking, Ethan now removed.
Heal comes through, Jing, nice and healthy. After that first engagement, something hasn't necessarily been given any contact over here yet, but also the operator hasn't been noted. Oh, Boostio. Just on the brink. Marble with confirmed presence here. Calm doesn't have a snake bite to slow this down.
Now he's got the pinch coming in, that's really uncomfortable. He's gonna go down. Jogmo did win out his fight, so there's still a chance they can do some damage to this, but the site has been won. PRX can get that plant down, there shouldn't be much to deny it. Jing is holding on towards his doorway, it's something to deliver that 338 right to the chest. As Demon 1 and Boostio trying to do anything they can, it's not happening here. PRX are gripping onto this round, Mike. They're not letting this one slip.
Demon 1 forced to head for the hills. 2K in the bank, a Vandal in hand, wants to try and hold on to this. PRX find their third coming right back out of that loss on EG's buy round. So I was curious. Jing was going to have an opportunity at the start of this round to try and farm some orbs once again. Didn't necessarily look as if that early intention has carried across for PRX just yet. Showing a bit more pace in terms of collapsing towards one of the extremities. But now with the operator in play, there's something sole task just to control Rubble. So there hasn't been much intention shown from EG on that side. It's not often you see them really fight tooth and nail for that area, but
again, with the way the rounds have gone, EG with just that glimpse of that one round they've been able to post, they are going to be down in a little bit of a financial problem here. So Sheriffs, yes, that one rifle with Demon 1. It looks like their answer to this is to stack out, put 4 players on 8 and brawl. Well, let's see how well they have.
Oh, Easton down to 11 HP on the other side. I think Forsaken takes a bit of chip damage, but puts PRX in a position to capitalize, find some space on the other side of the map. Com has to respect
Look at this.
Pain Show actually brings him down to 45 HP.
A gorgeous side take though, everything accounted for. Crossing the T's, dotting the I's. Yes, they know they're up against probably a broken buy, but they're still so methodical. One's gonna go down. And now they rescind away from the site slightly, actually. Tell a lie, they're leaving at least 2 players still towards us. The lockdown gonna be coming in as well.
Lockdown, yeah, there's only one rifle and the Seeker's available.
And the Seekers just went through, yeah, flash to force Jing away. Gap now closed, but they need to close down these kills. Boostio's the one to do the first, but look at the response from something. Instantaneous and clear cut! Boostio, what is going on? Oh my good God!
Has he got time for this? He's got so much time. He can't believe it.
Give me his POV, run it back for us, because I don't know how the hell he just got an ace.
He doesn't know.
Give me that replay, please.
They had one rifle.
Okay, fair enough. That's a nice start. Oh my. Yeah, that's. Nice! What a piece! Oh my God!
Same.
I agree.
He's already got 6 out of 8 awards.
Yep.
What a ridiculous round.
And Boostio had some of his biggest tests on this map historically. He's been bullied off this map. But now, what a time to come alive for him. Operator in hand, we've seen that dabbled with in the past. Now PRX, they're going to be reeling a little from that. That's going to leave a sour taste in the mouth, isn't it?
Maybe that will be a deterrent for PRX to slow things down just a little bit. Something. What is that? That is ridiculous. Knew something tech just dropped, and he's found a kill from it.
Of course he has. Of course he has. Oh, Boostio's been punished. Sight looking so vulnerable, ready for the taking. Can they still clear through carefully, just in case? But that sight's all theirs.
Very comfortable to be able to set up here. Jorgamote, full utility, 1 kill off the showstopper.
Mindfreak ain't turning yet.
No, Mindfreak's in an awful position. Rifle sticking out.
I'm a little nervous because they're locked into the site here.
And there's a showstopper now, and a paint shell. Jorgamo can do so much damage here.
Pressure from Tree, gonna clear that through. But the other two haven't been able to make it really towards the site or pressure any of these post plants. PRX fighting for that CT space, and now let's see who gets the connection. Jorgamo still with a rocket to post, but something's got the trade out, takes down Com, and now it's all on Jorgamo. A 1v3, a fabulous attempt, but nowhere near enough. PRX, after a start like that, after some work from something, managed to get another posted.
What was it? Ethan's POV, the camera POV.
Horror show.
It's just beautiful from something.
Hello. Oh, he had no idea. Poor old Ethan.
A tough way for the round to start there.
That's so sick.
PRX immediately capitalize on control towards A. Couple of rifles here for EG though. Com and Boostio.
We wanted to see PRX putting up a fight here, showing that resilience. They certainly are. Com, however...
He's dug out the lurk so early on.
Yeah, this is...
On a solo mission. Look at the minimap, by the way.
That seems... Well, it's
I mean,
counterintuitive, but it works.
That's an upgrade for Jorgamo to come and find. And now, actually, you give Com a second body on the flank, potentially.
Ooh, something. Careful. You can see EG chomping at the bit here. They want to get in for a brawl, get in for a fight, and don't challenge Boostio on this site. He's gone down. Divine something in unison, trying to clear through this. Get some safety for a plant, but it doesn't feel very safe right now. Divine on the hunt, though, wants to secure it. Takes away by Waterfall. He's given themselves a second. I mean, barely, because look at Jorgamo straight here. Oh, the pressure! They're still going! Jorgamo, you are ridiculous! EG weathering the storm!
Evil Genius is starting to convert a few rounds that are very PRX-esque. A MasterCard thrifty here in round 7. The back of 2 rifles, Com, so quick to shut this down. And afterwards, PRX, although they're still at an advantage by the time they hit C site, they can't secure it.
You can see them desperately trying to claw into it, but man, fighting both of these teams here. Jorgamo getting a little bit dicey as well, pushing so deep. Look how far he's progressed here. They're peeling away from it. He's backfilling the space so perfectly. They had no clue. Now with the paranoia saying they might try and speed up towards A. This plays in Com. Still has the Viper's Pit. Just going to come through. That denies any accident.
What the hell was that?
In my life, seen anything like that.
He saw something else, apparently. That is ridiculous. And that was the one tool for EG to heavily anchor towards A site.
Okay, lockdown. EG need to pick up the pieces now after being shattered by something. Boostio starting trying to clear through. Look who's bounding in. Something gets sent away this time. Lockdown is dealt with. Boostio's out in the open. This is so dangerous. He's gone back for more. Mind Freak's having none of it, and Jorgamo ignores him. Gets back to the site, back to action. But Divine back to business, holding on. This guy is just desperate to try and hold this. But a 1v1, a tap on the spike and the drop. Demon 1 has no idea. Mind Freak closing the gap. He's looking this way. Turns around. Time is running low. Demon 1 needs to clear him. He does. But the time, it's too little, too late. PRX off the back of genuinely something I've never seen.
It's the worst thing is he's just on autopilot. He just walks up to the pit.
It doesn't look any better in replay. I still don't understand.
Blinded.
One left.
Wow.
One enemy remaining. Last player
What are
standing.
you meant to say about that?
I mean, you can barely catch your breath in some of these rounds.
They're smothering him.
And it's heartbreaking as well. That's the one thing as well, Com. The timing is perfect for him.
Yes.
Maybe something's a little ahead of the curve in that regard,
Sure.
but
You don't expect that to happen.
again, no fear of anybody coming through, swinging through from arches, pushing stairs, nothing coming through from Link.
Wow.
Yeah, 1 kill to define that round.
But in this timeout, what are you meant to say? Hey, just be careful that something's doing weird stuff. Like, just watch out, I guess.
Yeah, don't play towards the waterfall when he's got ult, and also
Just don't be on A.
careful, he doesn't need to see you to kill you.
Yeah, he's got radar. This man is genuinely wild. But at 3-5, the scoreline is still close, right? It's not like there's a huge buffer for PRX, but it's enough that they can just take a breath here. As highlighted by the desk and all of us, this is putting your heart and soul into a performance, because this will be probably one of the final times we ever see this roster as it is. So to go down with a whimper would be underselling how good this roster historically has been. And right now they are putting up a fantastic fight. EG on the other side claiming 3, just coming out of this timeout now. Let's see what the adjustment may be.
Retrieve this orb. Jorgenrite, showstopper now available. Com actually anchoring towards C here with an Odin. Feel the heat a little bit here. Something's followed through on the Trailblazer. So maybe something tailored towards the retake here, though.
I've got your trail.
Hot on the heels. Oh my good lord. Okay. All good. Spikes down. Ish. Ethan trying to catch a second worth of timing there, but it gets closed. Very aware of that possibility of a late lurk coming back in through B, but Ethan really needs one to try and break this, to try and open up this big opportunity, because they're trying to clear through the site, and we can see that mostly PRX are playing offsite. There's that late challenge. Ethan turns on a dime, takes away Forsaken, and now the defuse is starting. Boostio ain't stopping. Someone needs to stop Boostio. Someone needs to stop Boostio.
It's another round that PRX unable to convert the post plant on C site. The first one, the lockdown, just one rifle on the other side of things. Boostio gets away with daylight robbery here. PRX come back in.
There.
Bulldog, in the hands of Forsaken, judge for Jing. Actually, yeah, that's not perfect. Something definitely been better, especially after that. Something shut down off the rip, Lauren.
And what you read into that, though, you're going to have to try and dismantle this 3-play stack and get over towards the other side, because PRX will not almost just instantly punish, but they paused for a second. The stall from Com enough to make them respect this, and only for a moment. Com has to evacuate the site. But can they hold the post plant? They're still not fully in. It's just Jing trying to take that space for them, secure some of it. Mind Freak looking to punish towards Waterfall. But again, the site is not safe. EG are already here.
I mean, they're hitting the rotate once again.
It's Demon 1 though. Not a big performance from him here, but that is a Guardian. And of course, that's a headshot.
He's holding the angle, he's posted.
Give me that perspective right now. Let me watch Demon 1 here. Please, this guy is just horrific at this. Oh, he's been backhanded this time. Device had enough of that. All right, 3v4 then. What have you got for us, PRX?
Still
Is
the
EG
paint shell
close?
Jorgenrite. Couple of bits of key utility, actually. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. Can he get the plant? Paint shell's going in. Divine might be dead. Jorgamo! Filthy with a shot towards Jing, and he wants that space. He wants the next. He's bloodthirsty. On for the 4, and he might just go for it. He is! Jorgamo is out of this world.
On another level. Here today in the grand finals. And he's not the only one for EG by any stretch. But looking so damn good on the raise.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining. Spike
Beautiful
down
cleanup
A.
here.
Okay, who's got this snaps?
Feeling himself as well. Spoiler alert, that's not Potter. Yeah.
Of course, for the timeout though, now tied up at 5 apiece. We talk about bigger picture, Mike. We talk about what this means, you know, what that round could entail. The money's not looking great for PRX.
No,
they don't have a map to fall back to now.
1 off the Blade Storm, 2 off the Showstopper, so there's opportunities here maybe to swing the round back in their favor, but it's going to require EG kind of playing into that. Maybe PRX retrieving some of these orbs. The start of the round, which, I mean, they've been good for initially, but when EG have re-explored towards rubble. A number of rounds just feel really uncomfortable for PRX. And it's like a scrambled decision on the back of maybe Forsaken falling, something in this example, where they just hit the panic button and they're rushing C. Yeah. And then they can't find site control, so they back out and walk back into a late A. It's so bizarre to watch, and not a situation we usually see PRX in. They very rarely back down. It's usually full commitment, whatever they do.
And look at this, the Stinger, the Guardian, got what they can, and it ain't much. It's not a full buy, it's not a full force. Ethan and Jorgamo looking to pop from this. Yeah, high flash, Jorgamo swings. They're challenging on the ult orb. They don't want to allow it for free, but fortunately for PRX, Boostio ate that flash, but he's carrying forward. He's going to take all the space away. They know exactly what's happening here.
Yeah.
They're herding PRX around the map.
Going to play Demon 1 in once again. But something will retrieve the orb.
They need a round from this man. They need a kill, and he's got him one. A second, not going to be happening. Demon 1 overwhelmed in the end, though. Jing is there. Sight looking a little bit better for PRX here. Desperate to get scrappy, desperate to hold on. Ethan doing the damage from the back line, taking down Devi, though. And now into the 2v2. They're trying to remove Ethan. They've got him dead. But look who's here. Boostio creeping closer. They don't know how close this man is.
Planted.
They are both locked towards the site, and on this corner, he's found one, but Forsaken gets him first, and they turn a dire round around.
Last round before the switch.
A MasterCard thrifty to get PRX the lead.
They needed that, Mike.
And at least 6 on the half.
They had to get that, paramount to them staying in this matchup.
Something to want to open up here with the Blade Storm. Finds the opener on com. Up to that point, even here, the commitment to find Ethan. No stone left unturned. No room for chance. They can try to catch somebody. Off the start here. PRX very quickly, they're collapsed outside B here.
But there's 3 players on the other side for EG. They're very ready for this scrap to begin. Something going to get close, try maybe play towards connector or dip a little further forward, but look at Boostio waiting. Shorty in hand, something's got nowhere to go right now. Just trying to take some control, take some space, and Jordan clear on behind him. There's a chance for some serious damage, and there it is! Something again, giving them hope. Holding on to this matchup here, and giving them the man advantage.
You are divided.
Divide will go through.
Are they going to disrespect that?
Com's still behind it. Forsaken will catch Team Flash here. Now Ethan does have one. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I don't think Mike Victor, he went into his smokes.
He had no idea. And just an absolute flurry of frags. Jing is still standing. It's on Demon 1. He's got 2 targets, 2 victims. And surely he doesn't check Jing here. Surely not. This
there's no way.
There's not a shot in hell.
Taking that back.
Oh, Jing played it well, and PRX pouring their hearts and souls into the end of that game. They've got a couple of rounds, Mike, but it's not many.
7-5 though, after what's felt like an uphill struggle for PRX.
Sky's out.
Definitely going to be feeling good about that one. And a good recovery coming out of the timeout as well to convert the final rounds.
It could not be closer though, 5-7. This game is truly heating up. Analysts, what do you make of it so far?
We're on the edge of our seat here, Brent. Every round has been so close.
I couldn't believe how scrappy that was, honestly. Every single round it felt like was working with the bottom of the barrel purchases. I mean, the Guardians, the Stingers, everything, because it was just back and forth. No team could build up any economical advantage at all. At any point, you can feel how much both of them just want to either bring it to that map 5 or make it decisive and just win it out here.
Yeah, we saw some great moments from Boostio as well. If we check out the HyperX reflex moment of the day, an ace in round 5, and the Sideshow, we've seen a lot of aces in this tournament.
We have. This is the 20th ace of Champions 2023, and that means it's officially the most aces we've had at any global tournament ever, which is just ridiculous. I feel like every other round we've had an ace, just somebody popping off. And this one from Boostio just came out of nowhere and actually started a bit of a resurgence for EG, who otherwise looked like they were getting bullied by PRX, and it's been a very competitive half.
Yeah, I mean, PRX has really struggled with some of these quick flanks, these quick lurks throughout the day that EG has been doing. I mean, I can think back to that last round there. As soon as PRX goes towards C, immediately EG is hot on their heels. And if it wasn't for the fact that PRX are kings of W key gaming, they would have gotten backstabbed real hard and possibly lost that round.
Yeah, and I gotta say, EG, I gotta feel, they may feel like they've already done enough with this half in terms of it. Yes, they're behind right now by 2 rounds, but they're moving over to the attack side. I think EG's attack side calling is fantastic. They have an opportunity to really just cement themselves in the history books here. Remember, at the beginning of the year, this was a team that everybody was underestimating. They were at the bottom of the rankings across the board. They still are so damn close. It's one map that stands between them and cementing themselves in the history books.
Well, this could be the last half of Valorant we see here at Champions. KFR, make some noise as we head back into the second half.
Deep breaths now, 5-7. It's a lead for PRX, but it's a fine one. It's not enough to rest on your laurels for. You know the EG are fired up. They still sit at a 2-1 scoreline across the board. With this win here, they would become the champions. So for now, PRX still cannot relent for a second.
Keep it cool. That's how you survive.
EG, a chance here to tie things up, starting with a pistol.
Blinded.
Heavy emphasis towards A and Rubble on the side of PRX. On the side of things, Forsaken, I guess, faking heavier presence elsewhere. Runs forward and just pops the door. He is commanding so much space right now.
And EG, very patient in approach, not really indicating too much just yet. Forsaken will be the one to notice this first and foremost. Now he's got to run. Get out of there, call for support. EG looking to start their first couple of steps, but they don't commit.
No, PRX haven't bitten. They haven't taken the bait. There was a second to consider Divine Jing's rotation, but EG are walking back into the blender right now. Something nearly caught. Face checking the wall. But 30 seconds left. EG have to find the kill.
Yeah, they're struggling right now. They're just kind of being halted at the door. Jorgamo off to a quick start, but Jing going to stride on forward and chase them away. EG running on back. Maybe looking towards B is the next option, but it's not like Mindfreak aim watching towards this. But Boostio's gotten ahead. The flash, it didn't pop, and he takes the head of Mindfreak. They're going all the way to C. Boostio can cut off the rotations. They've been Forsaken. The site's going to be theirs for the plant.
The safety net in Boostio's lurk pays off for EG. A 4v2 now. Boostio will even be healed up. No smokes. PRX have to almost fight here, commit to some of these engagements.
And Boostio might have just done enough for EG this round. Ethan, yes, will confirm it, but Boostio's position was everything.
Even crucial to find the kill on the way back through as well. PRX trying to funnel their way through. It's almost a death funnel. And Link outside B.
Deleted.
Crucial kill onto Mindfreak.
One enemy
Like I said, the response is so fast from EG. Boostio feels a little bit of space. That's a good read on the situation as well. Forsaken just overwhelmed there.
But this is when the adrenaline starts pumping for EG as well. You get a big round like that, you do some big damage here as well. Boostio still popping too. This isn't a round you're looking at PRX to potentially win. This is a very difficult round with just pistols. You're not going to see them in a similar sort of look, so you know this is probably a 7-7 scoreline. EG knowing they're really turning those screws, making it hurt. PRX trying to stack up towards B, but I mean, look at EG. They're waiting for this wall.
Yeah. Continuously we see the anticipation from EG. The reads generally have been on point. The flash out, not going to amount to too much.
Oh, it's a massacre. It's an absolute massacre in middle. Devi can't do anymore. He absolutely can't. Demon won there. Gonna get him past it. Prime Gaming flawless, but the bigger picture here, Mike, we are tied up at 7 apiece.
Sure, and I do want to see if EG continue putting this same wall over towards A, because it actually enables this spam off the rip. And something like Jorgmo can maybe just double sat you out. It's actually him with the air. He's not going to be seeing anybody spamming off it initially here. But it's curious to see, because in the last round, definitely, there was a lot of chip damage done. Following the decay of the wall on the top of the wall bang coming through. PRX still happy as 4 to continue fighting for this space.
Forsaken's on an island.
Again.
This makes me...
I mean, he's capable, but...
Of course he is. It's Forsaken, but he's got 5 against him. His teammates are on B. Maybe you need some help here. Someone bail out Forsaken, please. He's trying to stand and fight, but there's an army in his way. EG overwhelmed. They're going to get an upgrade, but trying to get quick to it. Jing tries to deny them, slows them down, holds them back, but he gets broken in on. A minute on the board, and they've got the site. They should be able to get a plant, and with this, they can take some space.
Posted through here, something lucky to be alive.
What's he doing? The paranoia's gone in. He's just standing there. Jorgamo punishes this. And now down to 2, Mindfreak and Devi need to dig deep. The plant's not in. They've still got a second to work. You can see Devi trying to have a little look. See if he could spot out where Ethan is. They're creeping closer. There's nowhere safe in this. Mindfreak with a huge pickup towards Ethan. Demon 1 still standing. It's a 1v1. Demon 1 wins it! EG pushing ahead now. Punishing PRX on the buy.
And a bonus round conversion here in the second half of Lotus. Absolutely crucial.
Last player standing.
EG want to drive things home here.
Let's go, Max. Let's go, baby.
2 away from the Seekers. Cosmic Divide online here. PRX back down on a busted buy.
Such a capable team, but this is so difficult. Forsaken again, left just so alone. He couldn't have the support, and Jorgamo running through him now. And they can just pump the brakes, they can relax a little. They don't have to overdo it just yet. They got 2 so early on.
Maybe expecting further aggression. PRX to try and take the initiative here. 2 Stingers, a Sheriff in hand. I mean, difficult, really. Oh, Divide. Desperately trying to avoid detection, but they will survive for the time being. Mindfreak will fall elsewhere, though. And a formality. The paint shell will find it.
It's clinical. EG starting to believe. Starting to feel that finish line. See it on the horizon. Something's down. It's 9 now. We're getting closer. PRX. Is this the final stand for you? This purchase here is everything, and that's why there's a timeout. They have a full buy. But Mike, if it's not now, it may actually just be never.
I mean, sure, they'll have another chance, but the thing is, it's how close they are to ultimates here in this one, and how one-sided the last couple of rounds have been. Operator online, something has to make that investment worthwhile. I think EG now have figured out that Forsaken is just on an island. You can see a bit of a pace change towards Mound to shut him down. PRX have to come up with something different now. In round 17, because it's becoming very concerning. EG knocking on the door of double digits.
And the confidence will be sky high.
Absolutely. I mean, they came into this map so confident.
Yeah.
A 13-5 on bind. And the way in which some of these players from EG really elevated as well. A huge positive for them.
This is a big crossroads for PRX.
A gut-wrenching round.
The operator has to be pivotal. Something has been given them a couple of rounds, to be fair. He has been fantastic, but they need him now. A 9-7, EG on the verge of double digits, 1 away from Jorgamo's ult. They've got the divide, plenty to play with, and it looks like Devi will be the first tested. Gotta be careful towards A. They try to reinforce maybe towards Forsaken.
I love this. They fake out a little bit of paranoia. It's like Forsaken being read as the solo anchor on C here. But a set piece, a trap on the gravity well on the Nano Swarm. And the other side of things, actually Devi, the solo anchor here. Showstopper will pave the way. Devi to close the back door. EG have got themselves a wide open site here.
They do, but note the utility for PRX. They have plenty to play back in with. Mindfreak fully set. Devi still with the dog. Jing fully kitted. It's all through the door. They can be funneled through this. just keeps spraying. If they keep looking this way, this could be a disaster, but Jing's made it ahead. 41 HP and a bit of a dream here. He's trying to play towards the back line, break Demon One, break Com. He's done the best he could. Divide by his side, they get a 2-for-1 trade. Demon One, Ethan and Boostio make it just Demon One and Boostio. Can they hold? Demon One does the damage, slips away, depends on Boostio, but the cross is made, and now it's all on Demon One, and he is looking up to the challenge. Diffuse started, and ain't stopping, takes him away, but Mind Freak survives. He's got back on it. Diffuse is there, and PRX live.
Certainly not the most comfortable, but an 8th nonetheless.
You'll take what you get at that point.
There's a chance here. With everybody in link, Jorgamo has a nade. I'm just staring at that.
One enemy remains.
If there was any chance or any confirmation of just how many bodies were inside link outside B site, could have been disastrous for PRX.
Operator out for Boostio. Seeker's there for Ethan. Got a couple of big pieces coming up here. 3G, PRX, can they once again hold this together? Heavier lean towards C now. Mind Freak ready to try and bail out any pressure on Forsaken. He's taken the swing and he's taken his life. Jorgamo down, Forsaken stands, and they've dealt with the early onslaught from EG.
He's quite lucky Jorgamo wasn't caught by the paranoia there, I don't believe. Forsaken still comes out on top. Early advantage, I feel like we haven't said that in a while for PRX. In terms of the first blood here. No commitment on the back of things, 60 seconds still left on the clock, plenty of time with Ethan spike in hand. Say, Com re-exploring over towards Mound, and it's very indicative actually there's nobody on the other side of this now.
Mind Freak. He's got to be so careful. These Seekers are a problem. He wants out. He's going to fall away and respect the side take. He can't hold it on his own.
Well, they're invested at the right spot as well because a couple of them go towards Waterfall, sorry, towards the door. Com's getting aggressive on this.
Com's playing ahead, and that's so smart. A deep bit of utility going to make this harder for them. Showstopper goes above, but he's still going to catch Com. But the reveal couldn't make the most of it there, Demon One. This is great from PRX, holding this together. Boostio and Ethan. They've got the plant, but can they hold the post? Ethan staying close, overwhelmed, Jing's in there! And now all on Boostio in a 1v5, PRX standing strong together here, closing the scoreline up once again.
They're starting to rally now, Lauren. It'll be a prime gaming flawless. First time we're here in the crowd, really. Get involved for a while as well. Oh, it's tough for Com and Demon One here, caught off guard. That's 2 consecutive retakes here. First rounds of PRX are able to get in this half. Fun's still healthy here for Evil Geniuses.
Nine to 9. Early start, aggression, something. Christ, that was close.
But big indication of the operators noted here on this side of the map early on.
3-play stack towards B,
Yeah,
though.
EG noting the difference and misreading into it potentially.
Scout destroyed.
PRX are walking this. There's just going to be a brawl in middle. This is obscene. There's a player so close by. PRX needs to be so careful about this one. Jorgamo ready to punish, and he does. Gets Jing down. Flash to follow. They're in danger. Jorgamo getting hungry for it. The HP looking rough for PRX. Divide down to 50. Forsaken 39. Ult there for Boostio. Yeah, it's invested instantly.
Bomb grenade out.
Able to secure B site on the back of this. Mind Freak cognizant of the possibility that Com is here. The spike finally making its way onto site.
It's all about timing. He slipped through. Could he deny the plant? The paranoia is going. Does he play off the back of this? Doesn't see it on the standard spot, but he's going to do some damage. Take away Ethan. Chip away, but it's still just 3. And with the operator, it's brutal to try and play it. Jorgamo getting aggressive. And oh, he's just adding bodies to the count. Jorgamo unleashing fury.
He's ridiculous today.
It's 10 rounds for EG.
There's just rounds where Jorgamo just thinks, okay, I'm going to kill everyone, guys. Step aside. I'm going to get a 4K.
21 kills for him.
It's just outrageous what he's able to get away with.
Guys out. Okay, take a break.
Come on, baby! Let's go, man!
Yeah, that energy
Go, y'all.
starting to show round by round here for EG.
And they're right back to it. Look at this man. He is feeling himself. He's got that hot hand in the game
One
now.
up for Showstopper again.
Right back to business. And something with his judge, hoping he gets to decide. Jorgamo slipping deeper. This guy, he's
just
them out.
He's playing with the rhythm so well right now.
He's feeling the game perfectly, and he's so deep on this. They have no idea. Maybe a consideration in Mindfreak's mind. He's turned to take a glance, but he's seen a victim. It's been called out. Jason told him. Oh, Mindfreak gets the trade, but is that the damage done? B looking vulnerable. EG take that with both hands.
Mindfreak saw him, and there was no reaction from Jing.
Plant's still in. Knives gonna come out. Let's look at this post plant here, 4v4. Divide is there, it's just been invested by Forsaken. But can they divide and conquer now? Ethan's still on the side, gonna eat the flash, turn it in time. Goes back for more, chip damage left, chip damage right. He's looking to punish this, pop flash, yes! He's got it, Con there, Forsaken breaks in, overwhelmed! PRX, they're back on the site! It's on Demon 1 and Com! They've already started this up! Diffuse doesn't get to halfway, he's been taken away from it, Forsaken with a second attempt, but look who's here! You didn't turn around, you didn't check behind you, and of course, Com and Demon 1 in unison! Pushing EG closer!
11 on the board, Lauren. PRX against the ropes now. And keep your eyes on the right side of that scoreboard. Look at the money that's going to be left here.
And the enemy was punished.
It's starting to feel like the home stretch here.
The atmosphere's changing, Mike. You can see it in the confidence. Just look at Jorgamo, the way he's playing. They can start tasting this. Can PRX stop it? Can they hold anything? Oh! Straight out of the sky, something is just evaporated. And it's a 5v4. Jorgamo is tearing EG through this game. Leading by example now. Pain shot goes in. Fortunately for Forsaken, gets a second shot at things there, but couldn't quite get it ready in time. The plant's gonna come through, and the gap's getting close. Jorgamo again. He is traded this time. A 3v3. Jing wants in. He gets in. He takes down Ethan. He's got the sight. Demon 1 on the trade, and now the 2v2. Devi held back. He can't get there. He has to try and get past Com, and he's just not letting him through. Com takes down Devi. It's on Mindfreak now, or it's 12. He's looking for it. He's desperate for it. Can he save PRX? Not today. 12 on the board. EG need one more round.
Championship point for Evil Geniuses. The response comes through, 3 unanswered. And we talked about the concerns. Jorgamo is playing a different game right now. You saw him totally messing with expectations previously.
Let's go! Let's go!
There's gaps in the purchase here, Lauren.
PRX, they're going aggressive. They're trying to pick themselves back up off the floor here. They've taken the space by A, but there's no one there. So it's Forsaken on the other side. He's trying to take a challenge, but he's put down to 25 HP. Slips away towards CT. Jorgamo, of course, going to take any space given to him. Giving him in, she's going to take a mile. Paint shell to supplement. Viper's bid is up. The brutality of this round is truly kicking into effect. Jorgamo trying to face down 3. And now the time is on EG's side.
And they have a vice-like grip with the Viper's pit set up here. The divide will go up as well, cause more problems. PRX, though, they're looking to get aggressive.
Jing, desperate for it. He will do everything he can for his side. For that one last time, that one last round. Mindfreak towards Boostio. They're trying desperately. They still need to get towards the spike. It's all on Demon 1 in a 1v3. Can he do it right here, right now? Diffuse started. He can't. PRX is still alive.
A lifeline delivered. EG unable to drag this one across the line. They threw the ultimates in there. Going straight for the jugular of PRX. It's another retake that comes through. They're third on the half, the only successes they have found so far. And take a moment, a breather, to consider the situation here. EG on the brink of finding a 3-1 victory over PRX here to be crowned the champions, Lauren.
Their story has enamored most of us. Hard to turn away from a Cinderella story. It started out in NA, all the way through to Tokyo, and then potentially here. But it's still 2 rounds. PRX, if there's any team who can dig deep, who has a reason to dig deep, to take us to OT, to take us the distance, it would be PRX. Do they have it in them? Do they have the drive, the will to push through here? We're about to find out. With a buy made, it's not pretty from EG. Let's see if they can stick the landing now.
Still very comfortable behind this though, so even if they concede, PRX is 11th.
Just down to the wire.
Yeah, 24 at least will be a comfortable purchase.
Look at this. Confident to potentially the very end. Still playing ahead, still showing presence, unrelenting. They fall away now. Hoping to maybe cost EG a little utility, but it's something. He's waiting. This guy is pixel perfect. Forsaken's the one to find it. Oh, no! He's just been caught on the way out. Demon 1 on the punish, and that's an upgrade.
Another face check here with the dash. I don't think he noted just the reposition there. Forsaken. Ethan already though, relaying the information. Com hasn't made progress elsewhere because he's on a stinger. No chance to really pressure this side of the map. TP will come through.
I don't think he saw anything.
Nope.
They were just in that little pocket there, and none the wiser. That could have been a big indicator early. It's not anymore. And now towards the side, he's calling for backup. Does he stay? Does he leave? Jorgamo 1 away from his ult again. He's going to take towards the side.
Surely not.
That's a little clear. We can already see towards drop down. One player's waiting to vie. Has to sit back.
Jorgamo's planting. He's going to have the showstopper.
This is it. This is huge. Divine now. Got to be careful. He's a little ahead of expectation, but Com on the way. He's going to take him down. Still trying to dig deeper. The paint, it didn't connect. He found nothing. It's a 3v3. Still anyone's game here. Jing, the next to try and step into the ring. Demon 1 on the other side. Ethan's found. Mind Freak is down to 2. This could be it. Another chance for Jing. It's all over. EG are your Valorant World Champions.
From zero to hero across this year, Lauren. What a story for these guys. You can see what it means to them as well.
All those sticks and stones thrown have just made their empire. Everyone doubted them from the word go. And with every step they've taken, they have proven themselves one of the best we have in the game. They put their hearts and souls into this to face down a team like PRX here and deliver is something incredibly special.
It really is. Heartbreak for the other side, of course. A formidable foe, especially in terms of a finals matchup, Lauren. Yeah. But EG overcome. They overcome everything in 2023. Wow, speechless. What a performance today as well. Talked about elevating, talked about stepping up to the plate and delivering.
The team that did step up in my eyes as well, PRX, obviously heartbreaking for them, heart-wrenching, but respect should be given. They will remain
Absolutely.
the princes who never became kings, but they truly won our hearts out here. Every single time you see them, you see that potential, you see all that they've achieved.
A true fan favourite from start to end.
Absolutely.
And a new one is born here with EG. Another round of applause here for PRX. Respect shown down on the stage as well.
Absolutely. A team that never changed how they played, headstrong in their approach, believed in themselves and the style. And it took them this far. But today is EG's day. They had this feeling in Tokyo, they faced the finals and they fell. And now, the hometown heroes, the true underdogs, a Cinderella story has finally come true. Fairy tales don't often do that, Mike, but today we get to see it happen.
Just to take stock of their performance here, it's just been speechless.
What started off as a season of misery ends in a season of infamy. Give it up for your 2023 World Champions, Evo Geniuses!
A sound I love to hear. You can't beat that. Bloody hell.
And they're so deserving of it.
God, you can't say that word about them.
So hard. Blood, sweat and tears have gone into transforming this team.
And I mean, Ethan, you talk about talent, you talk about Demon One coming in. This guy, he talks shit and he actually stood the test.
The turning point for this roster.
Brought him in, revitalized the side. Honestly, it's been a pleasure to watch these boys figure it out, get it together. You saw the potential starting to build, and then here, what a step up.
I mean, just to come away from that as well, Jorgamo.
Christ.
What the hell was he on today?
26 kills?
That's one of the most phenomenal grand finals performances I think we've seen.
And you talk about brutal conditions, doing that on the likes of Split, changing the whole thing up, playing a map and a series that, I mean, PRX had the advantage and you come from the top side, you get that veto right, and Jorgamo still thrive.
I'm just looking at the end there, 26 kills, 7 first bloods. It's just unbelievable. And the crazy thing is, well, this isn't even to allude to the fact that this is possibly a solo carry performance. Everybody from EG stepped up today.
Yes, yes. Yeah, no, I don't think, if you looked across the maps there, you could find a player on every single map.
Very little to fault, honestly, in terms of the overall approach, in terms of the performance, in terms of even coming into a stacked veto. You feel it's hard to win a veto versus PRX, period, let alone when they get 2 bans.
And that they've already played you, they've already just seen you play a best of 5. You talk about even the expectation of coming in off the back of that loud game.
Yep, and we also talked about EG having to potentially reinvent themselves slightly to keep up with PRX. And they said that themselves.
Yes.
They said that themselves. And they deliver here a 3-1. The job is done for them. What a moment.
That is a very special victory. Genuinely, truly is. Oh man, what a day. What a final.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think a lot of us kind of looked at this and thought, you know, PRX could
Finally,
be the ones at
got
least
it, boys.
the full distance on the maps there, but
It's tough as well because even with the scoreline here, 3-1, they came so close to doing it.
of course they did.
And it would have been almost another fairy tale for them,
Yes.
for Jing to go out this way, but it just wasn't there. Evil Geniuses today on a different level altogether.
You're absolutely right. And for PRX and Jing specifically, he's left his legacy. I think
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, widely regarded still, even with that performance here in the Grand Finals from Jogro, widely regarded as the best Raze player still. And I think he can definitely hold his head high.
Wow. I mean, this has been truly a special moment. Congratulations to EG for doing something that a lot of people doubted. And for PRX putting up a wonderful performance. That's it from us.
Kia Forum, give it up for your world champions, Evil Geniuses! Before I talk to you guys, we of course have John, Leo, and Anna here to give you guys a special gift to commemorate your big win. I'll let you guys take it from here.
This jaw game over, this guy, this pinker guy, bro, he's deadly, bro, deadly.
Goodness.
Give it up one more time for EG, everybody.
Great job.
Unbelievable stuff,
Congratulations. So happy for
top to bottom.
PRX had them
course,
almost, man, but
a legendary moment. Let's get into this
it was
first.
EG, of
Let's
course.
talk. Actually, I want to start off with the mastermind, the brain trust, a legend, my good friend, Potter. You started this season off and everyone doubted you, but you believed. I remember talking to you at Lock-In. You believed, you still believed, and now you're here. You are a world champion.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It feels pretty good. It feels pretty good. Yeah, GB, you were there when I was screaming it from the rooftops that this motherfucker, this kid right here, and this kid, we're gonna be the best players in NA. I have two of the best initiators, the best Sentinel, the best Raze, and the best Jet right here.
Right. World champions. Let's talk to the IGL.
This guy,
Lucio, my man,
he
what
got
a
the
journey
20th
you have
ace
been through.
in the world
We've
champions,
seen
one of the
you
best
really
aces.
just shine in so many
This
different
guy.
roles. You try to be a playmaker for your team. You're the in-game leader. You're the vocal leader. You were talking a lot of trash as well. Were you talking all that trash because you felt confident that you'd hold this right here?
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, my teammates are some of the best players in the world. They're some of my greatest friends. I love them to death. I wouldn't rather win it with anyone else. This has been the year of a lifetime, and I'm just so thankful for everyone, the fans, my friends, family. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. We wouldn't be here without you guys.
Incredible. Now, the dog, the jaw, the one and only. My man, you were, let's get some barks going. Jogamo, you were on fire on Lotus. What was going on? It really felt like you were in this mindset of push, because we're not going to lose this. We're going to win this game here and now. Was that the mindset? Because it felt like it, watching it from the seats.
Oh, it's definitely the mindset. When I saw that double duelist, it reminded me of me and Demon 1 playing split.
Yeah.
I was the only duelist at the time right now for map Lotus. So I just knew I had to make all the plays and do the big plays. And you know, I got that dog in me, so I'm going to make sure I get those plays right every single time.
That's right. And then, of course, the silent assassin. The man who rarely smiles, but right now is smiling a big old grin. It's Ethan. You came into Valorant as one of the more prolific players. You had a legacy in CS that you were trying to bring over to this game, and now you have done so. Do you feel like at this point it was like a good decision to jump into this, but also to join this team as well when the offer came through?
Oh yeah, I couldn't have picked a better group of guys. I love them.
Yeah.
I love them.
This guy's trying to blow my ears out. He talks for you, talk for him. That's
Thank you.
And then, my man, Calm. You know, a lot of people doubted you, man. And I wouldn't be shocked if you even at points doubted yourself as well, because of just how difficult it was to get to this point. But at the start of the season up until now, obviously a massive journey that you undertook. But what did you personally do? Was it just like you getting back to the lab, grinding, working your butt off? What was it, man?
I mean, every day just making sure I gave it my 100%, always like my family taught me. Just always give it 100%, and I just want to say I did this for my grandfather. I finally did it.
Damn right, damn right. And last but certainly not least,
Demon Wall.
Demon One!
That's amazing, bro.
Thank you. Demon One, when you came into this team, I remember seeing the conversation online, and there were question marks. People were unsure. They were like, wait, who is this guy? Why is he on this team? Is this just a meme? They weren't sure. And then you start playing, and then you start shutting people up. I mean, was that it? Was that your motivation the whole time? Like the moment you got on this team, you just want to prove everyone wrong?
Oh yeah, fuck the haters. Respect my fucking name. I'm the best player in this game.
Best player!
You know what? He's a champion. We'll give him that one. We'll give him that one. Hey, you know what? Last but certainly not least, you know what, Boosty, we'll go to you since you're in the IGL. Is this the start of an evil geniuses dynasty?
Absolutely.
Absolutely?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well,
Absolutely.
I don't think there's anything left to say besides give it up one more time for your world champions, Evil Geniuses!
USA! 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 USA!
We talk about these Cinderella teams, Cinderella's runs in Valorant, and we finally witnessed it, guys. The Cinderella team from the start of the year, they've done it. They've made it all the way to the end, and Bren finally lifted a trophy.
Yeah, I mean, so underappreciated at the beginning of the season. Everybody doubting them. We've been hitting it over and over and over again, and it just makes this moment so damn special because they all deserve to be up there. They've been grinding the entire season, doubted us throughout pretty much most of it as well. Even at this point when they entered champs, people were still doubting them, despite the fact that they made the grand finals of Tokyo. But now they've proven and shut up absolutely everyone that was doubting them. They've lifted that trophy. They have ended their year in more than success. They've cemented it in history.
Yeah, this isn't just the first time that they've, won champions or lifted a global trophy. This is their first trophy. They barely had BO5 experience coming into Tokyo, and now they're here. The rise has been meteoric, and for the first trophy that you lift as a Valorant team, to be champions, to win the biggest event of the year, to peak at the right time and find this kind of form, and win in front of a home crowd in LA, it's just unbelievable.
It's such a special moment. I mean, just an incredible team. Think about this. Zeros to heroes to villains to champions. What an unbelievable story arc they've had this year. I mean, just such a fun team to watch. They're explosive. They're able to adapt so well. They have just brilliant coordination with their team. I mean, what a wonderful job, and what a wonderful job Potter has done with this team. Unbelievable.
Imagine doubting Potter. Imagine.
Don't throw it shade.
Imagine.
No shade at any individual.
But also think about, like, the reason we call it the zero to hero, it's not just because people didn't believe in them, but they were still good at the start of the year. Both of the teams that you saw on stage got knocked out in the first couple rounds of lock-in. The first tournament of the year, these were not the teams going deep, looking like they had chances to win trophies. These were teams still figuring stuff out, that still had to make roster moves, that redefined their seasons. And they did that. They made the difficult decisions. They brought in the heavy hitters. They brought in Demon One, who's got words to say to everyone. Everyone who doesn't believe in him.
He's
every
earned
time.
it. Yeah, he's earned it.
Yeah, this was, it really was, I think, a very special tournament for me watching as well, because we saw, I think, the peaks of so many teams that brought it here as well. Not only were you watching the journey the entire time of teams like EG and PRX making those improvements to go all the way, we saw Loud having their uptick in form as well. And on top of that, every team, it felt like, was really playing in top form. Josh, we were worrying and joking that we were in the Great Depression era of Valorant as well as some of the gameplay that, maybe we were witnessing. But this tournament, there's never been more competition, I think, as well. We were really watching.
20s.
We were watching the height of it, man. We were watching the height of it here. And honestly, so well deserved to EG again, because they did grind to make it this far.
Well deserved.
Oh my goodness.
The victory lap.
There we go. I mean, again, they earned They earned it. The crowd, they've been behind them all day as well. And I don't think we've ever had this, right? A team that win in their home country, their home crowd.
I mean, the closest we got to that was Loud. And when they almost pulled off the reverse sweep against Fnatic and had it denied right in front of that Brazilian crowd. Here, you've got it in LA with a crowd that was supporting EG. At the start of the year, can you imagine a room with 10,000 people wanting EG to win a tournament? They didn't have that amount of followers on Twitter. They didn't have that many people rooting for them and behind them. And part of the villainous story is also people loving this heel turn. And you have the cute players on the team, you know, people that have grinded there. You've got Com and Jorgamo too, people who are just so wholesome. They're a great team to root for, and they've earned it. They have really worked the whole way here. Back-to-back finals.
Yeah, I want to talk about some of those individuals as well. I think there could be a case made for maybe any of them when it comes to, you know, our desk unofficial MVP, or your favorite player, so on and so forth. But I think we start with the grand finals. Let's talk about who we felt like maybe turned up the most. Demon 1 definitely up there for me, but Jorgamo too. I feel like he had a great series today.
Yeah, I think you can make an argument for either of those players. I think maybe I would just throw in my weight behind Jorgamo as an MVP for our grand finals. Because, I mean, listen, Mike said it best on the cast. He's like, what the hell did he eat that morning? What the hell did he do to turn up like he did today on the grand finals? He was just a man unleashed on the big stage.
I mean, when you look at Jorgamo and what he's done this tournament, that's his stats for the tournament overall. That's the improvement into the grand finals was just unreal. And it blew away PRX. I mean, they're the team that's expected to have the superstar power coming from Something and Jing, I think. Yeah. And Jorgamo instead was the player that was bringing the heat.
He outraised the best Raze in the world today. He showed that he was in championship form, and he was absolutely nuts with the blast packs, just absolutely decimating the front lines of PRX. It felt like every time he was blast packing in off the rip, he was getting a kill. He was getting that first blood. He was setting the tempo for EG to come in here and dominate, especially on Lotus. I mean, that was just an absolute masterclass on how to control that map as a Raze.
But one of the great things about Evil Genius is that nobody would have expected at the beginning of the year again is part of what Potter was saying. They have some of the best players in the world, genuinely, at their roles, or at least in the argument for that. And I think two of the people that we haven't mentioned that we simply must, Ethan, as a support player, he's getting so many props from his peers as well, who are watching the tournament. I've seen Finesse talk about it, and Ye, and all sorts of other people.
Me as well.
Yeah,
the most important one.
Famously, Bren, the peer to all of the pros.
Was he in your top 10?
He was my top 3 player.
Oh,
Bren was on the Ethan train.
I was on the Ethan train before this because I've never seen a player with such perfect positioning and utility to set his team up. You could look down almost every single round, I think, in this grand finals, and there are so many instances where his flash is impeccable and it's able to set one of the players up on his team just for success almost every single time.
And Com too. I mean, Com finding these moments for clutches, finding these Sova ult kills all over the place. Having performances that got them to the finals.
The uptick in performance for Com was unbelievable.
No, it's insane. And the way that they were comboing their utility at times, like with that Yoru on Pearl, for example, it'd be like Recon Dart Flash, and then there's like just nothing the enemy, the opposing team could do about it. So it's really such an awesome thing to see. These two initiators who are so strong together, who have such great coordination, great timing, impeccable just play all around.
We can't forget boosties. Come on, we got to touch on Boostio as well.
What kind of IGL is able to call at the same pace that PRX plays at while still bringing such great macro ideas? I mean, Boostio's really proven himself. He looked like a promising up-and-coming IGL in North America back in the old EG when they were like a tier 1.5 kind of team that was on the come-up. And they had a big upset win over Optic, and people were talking about, hey, this guy's IGLing from like a fragging role, and now he's here with a USA flag draped around his shoulders, doing it for the Stars and Stripes, lifting the Champions Trophy. I mean, what is this team?
Leading from the front. I mean, if we think about it, out of the 3 years we had Champions so far, the first year, it went to EMEA. The second year, Brazil, Loud took it. We've never really seen a North American team being able to lift this trophy, and I think most people probably expected maybe Optic, Envy, however you want to say them at this point, NRG, to be the one wants to do it, maybe even Sentinels, 100 Thieves, all these names. And I don't think anybody thought that the first North American team would end up being evil geniuses.
Yeah, that's I mean, I think the beautiful thing about esports as well is the unexpected can happen. You know, if it was all entirely predictable the way we all planned it out from the very beginning, I don't think many of us would be watching it, right? Because that's not fun. That's not the joy that you get out of it. But watching, you know, players upset expectations, watch them really persevere over the course of an entire year and get to this point as well where they can lift the trophy. That is what it's about.
I also want to give a shout out while some of the support staff for EG are on the stage too, you know, sharing in the celebration. I want to give a shout out to that reserve team for EG.
Yeah.
They're one of the only organizations that committed to having a sister team, another set of 5 players that they would regularly scrim the main team against. And it's worked. I talked to Potter and Boostio in a press conference right when the tournament began about one of the biggest strengths for EG. And they both said the fact that we can just run drills against our sister team repeatedly. And I know for a fact that those reserve players will be hating their time on the bench, but what it's done for this main squad is unreal, and they deserve the credit for being excellent team players too. They are still EG, and they've contributed to this success, and also should take part in this glory.
I mean, Screwface was fist bumping all the players backstage every time they were coming off, whether it was a win or a loss, he was hyping them up, so I'm completely with you. And of course, BCJ too. I know he was speaking about it on Twitter and how happy he is for the boys out here, but Brent, he also contributed a lot to this team's success.
Yeah, I think he did. I mean, early on as well, and there was that big question mark about, you know, whether or not he should be playing over players when Demon 1 was coming on top of that. But, you know, it's a great point that I think you brought up there, Josh, just about that contributing factor of the secondary roster. I've never really seen that work ever in esport, in any esport title
It's
at
like
all.
a very old Korean thing that hasn't really gone anywhere else.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams are going to start looking at this now and be like, hey, maybe we should seriously consider doing this, because not only does it give you the ability to really drill your protocols, really practice some of the micro things, the fundamentals of your gameplay, but also you can practice against opposing team comps. Like if you're going up against, for example, a PRX who's going to run weird stuff like Reyna Viper Harbor, not many teams are running that. Well, if you've got a 5-man who can try their best to mimic that, to try to mirror that, and you can play against it, at least get a feel for it a little bit, that helps so much.
There are affiliate teams now as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. I mean, this calls for a lot of celebration, of course, but it's also a little bit of a sad moment if we think about the players on the side of PRX, because that was Jing's final series. For now, we're going to miss Jing on the big stage, so let's take a look back at his time here.
I mean, I think we try not to think about that too much. We just focus on this tournament right now, and I mean, we're just enjoying the ride, I guess. I mean, if we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. As long as everyone is happy, I'm happy.
Oh, Jing. I mean, when he first came into PRX, I think at the age of 18, he surprised all of us with just this playstyle of holding down the W key. And I don't think he should be disappointed, regardless of the result today with the career he's had so far.
No, absolutely not. I think Jing is a fantastic player. I think he's got a place on any roster as well after whatever it is, the mandatory time that he has to do his military service is up. I think he'll always have a place on the team if he wants it. He really did define, I think, as well, a certain style and play style, almost meta, if you will, within the region of almost Southeast Asia, right? That W gaming, running it down, almost just inspired by ranked gameplay. Jing embodied that for me when I'm watching him. Like, he was just so aggressive, so in your face with his play, and it's so part of the course compared to anything else that we saw in any other region when they, you know, were getting really slowed down with the EMEA style in North America, the Americas. It was a bit of a middle ground, but yeah, they just went balls to the walls with the aggression. They defined a play style that worked for them, and really, you know, I think they can be quite pleased.
No, they absolutely should be. And I mean, Jing's legacy here is going to be going down as one of the best to ever do it, especially on the Rays, of course. But, you know, throughout his career, he's been absolutely devastating. And everybody in SEA is going to be looking up to him as a player they want to emulate, as the team they want to be. PRX, that is what everybody in SEA is trying to strive for, to be that hyper-aggressive, just so fast-paced that other teams can't handle you when they're coming at you. And Jing, you know, really embodied that with his play style, his unexpectedness, the ability to just completely catch opponents off guard because he'd do stuff that no one else in the world is even considering in their brains. And I just can't wait to see. Let me put it this way. I hope we get to see him come back. Yeah. He may or may not. It depends. I mean, the military service is quite long and it's tough to keep it up, but we'll see.
I also think I love the fact that you brought up legacy, because I think when we reflect on this PRX roster with Jing in it, they have been to 2 finals. We were guaranteed to get a new winner today that would lift the trophy. We were also guaranteed to get a gut punch for one of these teams, as they would be a squad that went to 2 finals
and went home without lifting one. That was absolutely guaranteed at the beginning of the day. But I don't think the legacy for this version of PRX is going to be missing the mark. I think the legacy for PRX and this version with Jing is as the most fun team to watch in Valorant. That, to me, is their legacy. What they've done is brought this wave of enjoyment into every match that they've played, win or lose. You tune into a PRX game, you know you are going to be reaping the joy and happiness out of that entertaining match that's on your screen. You just know you're guaranteed entertainment.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to replace a player like that. I feel like he's way too unique. I don't think that you can even find someone to be able to...
I'm sure he's inspired a lot of people.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, you can try, but you can never do what Jing does, I feel like. Yeah. I've seen Bren try to do it. But before we close everything off, what was your favorite moment of this year? I'm going to go all the way back, the entire year. Honestly, of the entire year. Yeah. Genuinely. Hit me with it.
What am I even I know what mine is. I already know what mine is.
Okay.
It was the VCT Pacific Finals when we had the first ever reverse sweep.
Oh, the reverse
by
sweep?
PRX.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was
a good one.
such an exciting moment. We got to be in front of a large crowd in South Korea, a couple thousand people inside of the stadium there. And just, after the second map, I was just like, thinking, all right, well, I guess we're just moving on. DRX continues their reign of dominance here in Asia, but then PRX just gathered something up and took it over, and, look where they got to today.
Do you know what yours is?
I mean, I'm going to go with a bit of a narrative Nancy one, to be honest, because I feel like, for me, one of the...
Is it the knife?
No, it's not. The chosen knife.
Yeah, the chosen knife. Yeah.
No, I think one of the moments that I will remember the most from this year is the back-to-back win from Fnatic, and being there at both of those moments, specifically the win at Lock-In and seeing the look on specifically Boaster and Durka's face when they were lifting that trophy for the first time, then doubling down the second time, and that dominance throughout Lock-In and Tokyo actually set the entire stage for Champions. All of the narratives were about who is going to step up and be able to take down Fnatic and win this if it's not them. And so that, I think, is one of the most memorable.
I think I already got mine. To piggyback off that, I mean, I have Goldfish brain, so I can only really remember the most recent events in my life. But I have to agree with you. I think it plays off the back of that. This Champs has been just magical for me spectating, because Fnatic were the center point. They had that target on that back, but it felt like every other team around them didn't falter. They almost rose to the occasion of trying to take it to this team that was almost like we were all saying preordained almost to just make it to the grand finals. Everyone stepped up, and it made this event one of my favorite ones to watch ever because of that competitiveness.
Honestly, my Kong. Need I say more? I feel like that's probably one of the...
We've had such great pop-off moments. The Kang shot, but also King just standing up.
That was this year? Oh my goodness.
It's been a long year,
It has. But thank you very much, you guys, for sticking with me for this entire year. For everyone else as well. Thank you guys at home, of course, for tuning in. Everyone that contributed to this production, the players, the fans, the coaches, just everyone really in general. But before we go, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who came out here too, in person at the Shrine and the Kia Forum. Thank you so much for coming along and watching. We're going to leave you now with the Prime Gaming Grand Final highlights. Enjoy.
Yep, this is what I was waiting for, the Prime Gaming highlights. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it all comes down to this. 16 of the world's best teams have come to LA with the same goal: win it all and make history.
Excited to kick this one off here. Champs 2023. Finally, Josh, an international event in North America.
There's love on the stage, but you best believe there will be no love on the server.
Who's going to rise up and rewrite what happened to them at Tokyo?
All of these teams are going to play the exact opposite of the way you think.
This is going to be an excellent matchup between two hungry teams.
We'll collect the one kill. More players waiting, though, to receive, and he's diligent with it, checking the right corners.
Yeah,
even the ace.
Well, that's going to boost up the energy and the confidence.
You cannot make this up, man.
Aspas wanted more towards heaven, and Zess with 3, the triple, the 4, Zess!
best. I'm telling you, they are in insane form. Change your pick'ems right now.
I think it's going to be the most unpredictable group that we have here at Champions Los Angeles.
And really, I just think that Group B will be the best group in the tournament.
Foot heads, I reckon.
Foot heads? It's heads.
Carpe with a good frag. They haven't spotted out the captain. He's doubling up, holding strong on the side. He doesn't need any help.
Mimi, why do you have so many?
Dude, I'm having a good time.
Why are you having a good time?
Foot one, they only got one international win before the series is over, dude.
We love you, Twitch chat. We love you, Twitch chat.
Well, again, that space out towards it. Flash not quite connecting. Still they want to take the fights towards it. The spacing not good enough. Jorgamo.
All the way through. The team that went to the finals of Tokyo is going to go out in groups. Go out in groups? That's not happening.
No.
Why do I look like Bad Bunny right now? I have eaten cotton candy that size before.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
It's just seeing it, and it's just seeing it with the op. Certainly not the weapon you want in a situation like this when he's gotten one. Is he going to be able to get the second? Yes, he does! What a play from CNED! They have the haunt there, too, to provide some cover to get some info, and there's really nothing that they can do. They're going to have to flood behind the flash. Dax has already gotten it! DRX are playoffs bound!
In the blink of an eye, Doug.
Little head. No, my nose!
Listen, I like YZ as much as anybody, but it's going to be NRG.
Okay.
Billy Gaming. Say that 5 times fast.
Som now has too many targets, but he deals with them so well. Snaps back to attention. Stunning from Som.
Struggling to pin down the first crashes and found one with a stinger.
Yeah, but Knight's on the case.
So we'll throw the crosshair placement off, but
the
a pain shell
shell.
going to force him there. Knight actually finding an ace of his own, Lauren.
Come on, like Billy Gaming. Oh my Billy.
The true upset of the event so far. Billy, besting NRG.
That's unbelievable.
Dirk, if I may, a very quick question for you, sir. Given that
New Jeans super shy.
now you chant, now you ask for it. Dirk looking for it all. He's gonna have to push past the Cosmic Divide, the fourth and the fifth. The faithful shall be rewarded.
It's Durkin time. He's back. The villain has returned. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the villain Psycho. He's returned again.
A 1v2, a winnable one. First blade's not aligned, but that op's gonna
He has
connect.
one more.
He's got one blade and Kazi with the shot. There it is, right into his face, and the shorty drops him. 73 HP, and he's going in for more. A second, perhaps a third. Something finds it.
Just pick him, bro. His team is, I don't know, man.
PRX take down another.
And they look absolutely poised. The challenge fanatics. Seems like it's a message from John Riot. Excuse me. We want to offer our sincerest apologies to everyone playing ranked on the West Coast servers right now, because there's a very real chance you're going to get absolutely dumpstered on over the next few weeks, and you're going to lose a lot.
Brent, this is our final group.
Yeah.
Who wins the entire tournament?
I'm glad you asked me, Josh. It's EDG winning the whole thing. You're going right into the more, because Kang is still watching. There's no way. In the smoke with the no scope. And that's how. Oh my.
I will never let you down.
Chirinda.
Yes.
Not Chirinda.
Yo!
Reinforcements arriving, the op in the hand. Oh. Another rare miss. Sadak has gotten it to half, though. He's gotten it 3/4 of the way. There's no way in. The series done, and they send Liquid home.
We advise you to enjoy the experience of playing against a pro, accept the RR hit, and remember that this will pass.
They know he's in that corner. I are desperately trying to cling to life, but it is done.
It's so easy, guys. So fucking easy.
For FPX, once again, they failed to get a win at an international tournament.
Cloud is ecstatic. Oh my god.
Cloud is literally how I feel right now about this series.
Okay, he'll get the first. Cloudburst lets him by some more. Cloud with 3. That might be the round.
You're watching the highlights, guys. The highlights of the entire series.
Going to be falling out today.
If I met you in a dark alley, I wouldn't be afraid to die. If you try to kill me, you just miss.
Barely a timing here, and look at the util tap all the way through. Death, no way! Insanity! And the ace! Holy! Jumping straight into this one. Trailblazer catches.
Oh, he got punished.
Young stays in.
Nice.
And then Archie, they send Zeta home. We ain't losing to Zeta. We ain't losing to Billy again. Trust me right now. We'll be in playoffs, and we're guaranteed. I promise you that.
Now it's time to truly put up or shut up.
It's going to be absolute heart breaks by the end of today.
I'm looking for the timing of these no commands and the lockdown. Sadak up close. He might have just ended the round right here without using anything. Look at him go.
We've had the Thriller in Manila, the Rumble in the jungle, the Slugfest in the Shrine goes the way of Loud.
And the season ends for Na'Vi.
Bring anyone.
Leave me alone, please leave me alone. The first Turkish team to make it this far in these tournaments, but my God, T1 pushed them the whole distance.
Speaking of challenges, you guys want to have some fun?
Oh, no.
You guys want to have some fun?
No. You're going to do one of these cringe challenge things, aren't you?
I love cringe challenges. It's the best thing.
They are tagged up as well. They're very tagged up. There's a very real chance of this round falling apart. Truly unbelievable.
His team has deserved every accolade earned along the way, and now by far the most successful Chinese roster we've ever seen. What a devastating loss for Giants. They'll be going home.
We've been influenced by the Chinese team now. Even Vanity
Crypto, my bro.
Let's go.
Thank you for becoming a member, buddy.
It's
कैसा है तू?
posted it. Gets away, doesn't get noted. Why is he? Catch him up. How is this happening? It's been 614 days since NRG crashed out in a group stage, and we got to witness it here against Billy, 13-5.
And if there's one thing Billy is good at, it's doing the funniest thing ever.
Oh, you're up first. Here we have a
Whoa, don't spin it for me. If I have to defend my... But I want to spin... No, I got it.
They got to get a move on here.
The flash is magnificent, and Loud have done it. A 2-0 to take out Fnatic in the first match of playoffs here at Champions.
Yeah, no. By all means, I'm so excited.
It's a long way off, and look at Demon 1. He's on a tear. Okay,
Thank you,
Demon 1.
Crypto.
Okay, the crowd are calling. He's got 5 HP. They're letting him do it. Demon 1. Let's go, man. Go. They've absolutely crushed EDG.
I defended my honor and I did it for America.
He cringes me out, but damn, I love that kid. Imagine getting called out by your mum on Twitter.
It won't happen. None of these teams are going through. Why are we even watching the games today? Wow. In the garage, the drop down. Alfier's got the tempo and he's got the double. Fnatic, they get the job done. They begin the run. 13-9. They eliminate Foot from Champions.
It's the playground battle between Edward and Billy.
Not too many options there, and Yosemite backfilling the space. Kang still holding the ground. Lockdown goes down. Get out of it! Get out of it! This guy is like a heat-seeking missile. He does not miss. EDG sending Billy back on home.
You know, people always ask, why is he? But people don't ask, how is he?
6 teams remain in the competition, and after today, we'll be down to our final 4.
You don't look like a baby, you look like a babushka.
All my children are equal.
Who's your least favorite then?
Everyone.
I mean, it should just be open season on members of EDG, and that's exactly what it is. Loud defend the throne. They take down EDG in the rematch and advance.
Hey, Doug, grab you for a question quite quickly.
Gio killing me again.
Minnie's like your father, who you've never seen smile. You get a hug from him once after you win your big game, and it's the greatest moment of your life.
Again, critical value, and it's all on Leo. Back of the side, backbone of the team.
Heartbreak for DRX here to go out like this. Once again, a 2-1 scoreline at a Champions event versus Fnatic. You have to tip your hat to DRX today.
Today's show is brought to you by Boostios, America's saltiest breakfast cereal. Warning, Boostios may cause delusions, high-pitched screams, and cringe.
We're down to the final 4, and the biggest stage in Valorant just got an upgrade. Coming at you live from the Kia Forum in Inglewood, California. It's a rematch from Masters Tokyo, and a trip to the grand final awaits.
Looks like he spots a pixel. Jongamo now brings this into a somewhat winnable position if Calm can try to clutch it out. Can he make the transition? Yes, he can! Off the back of
of his own flash, ends up getting gunned down, but mind break! 1, 2, 3, shuts them down! A 2-1 victory! PRX, they advance into the grand finals! It's LA. It's really sunny. I don't have sunglasses. I can't see a damn thing. Back to you guys.
This is becoming a disaster. 28 HP. Where's the support? It's gone. Someone has to stop him. He's defusing. Booster keeping Fnatic alive so far.
Just a sexy boy.
Not your boy, Toy.
And Dagger is coming alive. Tui's. Oh my God, Tui's. It's been 173 days since Fnatic broke Brazil's hearts. And now vengeance is served.
Revenge, I'm sure, definitely tastes sweeter twice over.
Loud have a world championship to defend, and standing in their way is a familiar foe. These two teams are going to tear the house down.
Damage barely being done, surely enough for the kill. It's just so unusual. There's a flash that's set up around the corner.
Oh, who's he got two there?
Jorgamo, absolute magician level plays. Forget rabbits, I'm talking about kills. 2 years. Jorgamo again. This is absurd, man.
You tried to long range short. Hey, I don't know, man. I'll try shooting you, man.
On the cusp of it all, it's up to them. Team in one, gotta land it, gotta hit it. 2 years out wide, finishes the fight.
Loud take us to bind, attempting to make this reverse sweep a reality.
The backing away round to the side. Jorgamo, the shots are wild. Loud, it's crumbling.
But the molly's not being invested.
Not being invested. Oh, too late. Evil geniuses pulling up once more. A bit of a repeat of history.
To go from a team that no one expected anything of to making 2 back-to-back grand finals appearances. What a meteoric rise this has been.
Just one more series to close out the year. History is going to be made no matter what happens. EG or PRX will lift their first ever global trophy right here in the Kia Forum. It is going to be a crazy and emotional series.
Presence towards heaven. Demon 1 turns around, takes him down. Something's gone. And now for the oh my God! Above and beyond. This was never meant to be the map they started out. Oh, Christ! Cracked open here for PRX. Maybe this is the time they can break through. Maybe not. Demon 1 is out of this world. EG, map 1.
A confident opener to this series.
3 on the other side. First found, second follow-up. Ethan holding them back. Oh, and a third! Recovering what looked like a lost round!
What?
Busio and Com trying to keep control. Swing, a miss. Com on the trade, but he finds Forsaken. And the shot done. It's huge. Something is bleeding, but he's still standing and still fighting. And here it comes. The swing and a miss from D1, and something is absolutely demonic right now. PRX, map 2's theirs. Looking like they want to get into things as well. A 1-for-1 trade. Busio lost and oh my God, Forsaken's gone down as well. Jorgamo's just unleashing fury. Look at the damage that man's doing. But EG relentless. Look at this pace from Jorgamo. He wants this done. He wants the next map. He's looking at Lotus already. Unbelievable performance. EG delivers it. They take the lead in the best of 5. Busio's the one to do the first. Instantaneous and clear cut. Busio, what is going on? Oh my good God! Still has the Viper's Pit. Just gonna come through. That denies any access.
What the hell was that?
In my life, seen anything like that. Damage, take away Ethan. Chip away, but it's still just 3, and with the operator, it's brutal to try and play it. Jorgamo getting aggressive, and oh, he's just adding bodies to the count. Jorgamo unleashing fury.
He's ridiculous today.
Come on, baby! Let's go, man!
It's all over! EG are your Valorant World Champions!
From 0 to hero across this year, Lauren. What a story for these guys. You can see what it means to them as well.
What started off as a season of misery ends in a season of infamy. Give it up for your 2023 World Champions, Evo Geniuses!
Lol, bro. Let's go, let's go. I'm ending the stream. Thank you so much. You all have a nice night. I think it's already done. We already done the highlights and everything. So EG is the winner. Evil Geniuses won the match. Champions of the year for Valorant. You can see the team is right in front of your eyes. और लास्ट में हाइलाइट्स भी है, तुम लोग वो भी देख सकते हो. थोड़ा सा रिवाइंड कर दो. पूरा जितना भी हाइलाइट्स है वैलोरेंट का सब कुछ फ्रॉम स्टार्ट टिल द एंड बहुत अच्छे तरीके से दिखाया. वो भी एंजॉय कर लो. And this is it, I think. How we are done. I'm just spamming here, bro. I'm watching this since long time. मुझे भी नहीं पता मैं कब से देख रहा हूँ. I'm just spamming this lull, bro. और जो लोग नए हैं, those who are new, please subscribe the channel and please drop the notification to all and make sure you watch me playing Valorant. I'm also learning this game and I'm already attracted towards the game a lot. Trying to figure out how exactly I can get better with the aims and everything. I'm trying my best to get better at it, and it's gonna take a lot of time. I know that, but we'll try our best to get better at it. So love you all, guys. Thank you. I think I already see 4 of you are watching me. Thanks a lot. You all have a nice morning ahead, and God bless you all. Thank you so much. I'll be ending the stream right away. I'm just spamming lull, bro. और हाँ, there is one more thing. Those who have seen the stream, okay? So there are some rewards. So I could not see the rest streams because I could not carry out time out of my busy schedule. So I ended up getting this championship lower right card. This one. So they will be giving it to me very soon. It will be in my game. So I'll have to just open up my game and it will be appearing soon. It's a card actually. It's only when you see the when you see their streams. Thank you so much, Crypto, for watching the stream and also for donating to the channel, bro. For taking the membership, buddy. Thanks a lot. Lal. These are for channel mods, okay. Chalo guys, it's done. Take care, take care, take care. Bye bye, bye. The chats are dropping in. एक लास्ट स्पैम तो करके जाऊंगा ही मैं. जीजी वाला. मुझे भी नहीं पता तुम लोग में से कितने लोग स्ट्रीम देख रहे हैं, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट. तुम लोग के नाम दिख नहीं रहे मुझे. So I'll have to just check out, you know. Okay, I think I have got my timeout back. This is an automated, it's a bot who does that. So even I have the same bot. Let's just put GG. That's it. That's it, guys. Chalo, bye-bye. I'm ending the stream.